Hey guys, so a couple of disclosures before this video gets started. One, this ear is plugged, so I have no idea how loud I sound. Two, my neighbor is out and she's very chatty and I don't know how loud she sounds. And three, look at my new dress. It even has pockets. I love it. Put my hands in my pockets. What's this? A Q-tip in my pocket. You never know when you're going to need a Q-tip. All right, let's get going. Okay, so this video is for smart, self-aware men who are tired of short-term flings and ready to find real love with one amazing, loyal woman. Not a unicorn, not a fantasy, a real woman with green flags and a good heart. Where the heart is. If you're new to my channel, my name is Anna Jorgensen. I help good men like you find, attract, and keep your keeper. Welcome to Just the Tip. Okay, yes, we have all heard the horror stories. The man who gave his heart, wallet, and future to a woman only to wake up one day divorced, broke, and banned from his own dog's social media account. No wonder many guys are understandably skeptical, burned, jaded. Many are convinced that good women are extinct, like Blockbuster. But what if I told you the game isn't totally rigged against you? It's simply that you are playing by outdated rules. In fact, there is no need for games at all. Okay, so get ready because today we're talking red pill truths, green flag love, and how to actually win at love in the modern dating world without becoming bitter. Let's look at part one, red pill truth bombs you need to hear. Let's start with the hard truth. The ones you won't hear in modern Disney movies or from that feminist with a nose ring, a crystal collection, and a hot take about how monogamy is just outdated social programming. If that's your dream girl, you might be better off at an astrology convention or maybe loitering near the gender studies department of your local university campus. If that kind of gal isn't your jam, stick around. These tips are made for you. Okay, number one, women are biologically wired for survival, not for your validation. So whether you believe in evolution or God's sense of humor, Psychology 101 correctly states that women are hypergamous. That means that they're wired to seek out the best possible mate, the one who can protect, provide, and pass along strong genes, even if those women don't want kids. It doesn't mean they're all gold diggers. It means they were made as the original HR department, always screening for meaningful value to them. According to a study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, hopefully I have it there, women are significantly more selective in choosing mates than men are. As a man, you probably already know that. Why? Because biology, when it comes to reproduction, the stakes are higher for women. One bad decision and she's stuck raising a kid solo. And key point, even though Planned Parenthood is pushing abortion as the default solution to unplanned pregnancies, not all women are on board with that choice, and not just for religious or moral reasons. For many women, the idea of terminating a pregnancy isn't empowering, it's traumatic. Now, here's a deeper truth. Biology doesn't care about ideology. Despite decades of cultural messaging encouraging sexual liberation and career-first mindsets, many women experience a visceral emotional bond the moment they realize they're pregnant. It's primal, it's protective, it's built into the female body and brain. In fact, functional MRI studies even show how pregnancy and motherhood structurally change a woman's brain. So when a woman makes a choice involving this kind of significant loss, it's often a deeply personal, often painful reckoning. Most women want to avoid that choice. That's why women, especially emotionally healthy women, are selective with their mates, even in the Tinder era. Deep down, most women aren't looking for a one-night stand. They're scanning for cues of long-term viability, strength, stability, loyalty. Because whether or not she ever wants to have children, her biology is wired to seek protection and provision in a man who could father her children and stick around to help raise them. And this is where many men get confused. Society tells women, you don't need a man. Meanwhile, biology tells her, find a good one. That contradiction creates tension and opportunity. For a man who understands female mating psychology, you are not at the mercy of luck or looks. You can deliberately become the kind of man women naturally can't help choose. They do want to choose without trying to manipulate her, because you are in alignment with the very blueprint that still shapes human pair bonding. The best part, becoming the man she needs usually lines up with the kind of man you've always wanted to be. This advice serves you regardless of women. So, when a woman assesses your ambition, status, social proof, and leadership qualities, she's not just being shallow, she is being a woman. Reminder, fluffy reminder, I am not the creator, just the decoder, and explaining isn't condoning. The red pill truth. Women want a man who's already winning at life, not one waiting to be rescued by a surrogate mommy. Key point, mother mode suppresses lover mode. Now, if you want a step-by-step guide for how to become the kind of man you respect, I've got 2 options for you, and I'll tell you more about that later. But let's look at number 2. Nice guys don't finish last. They don't even get out of the gate. In the old days, you'd have seen this play out in high school. The nice guy carried her books, listened to her problems, helped her move, and she went home with Chad. Nowadays, the equivalent is liking all her posts, texting her constantly, showering her with praise, and she still goes home with Chad. Why? Because, key point, being nice isn't a mating strategy, it's a survival strategy. Here's a harsh truth. A woman is drawn to a man who is kind, not fake nice, but only after she respects him. And respect doesn't come from being passive, agreeable, or people-pleasing. It comes from boundaries, backbone, and being able to say no without flinching. So if you're a guy who's terrified of being too much, or too direct, or too masculine, ask yourself this. When did the kind of feminine woman you want ever say she wanted to land a man who disappears into the background? Ooh, pro tip. You don't win a woman's heart or other parts by orbiting her like a lost moon. You win it by standing firm in your purpose, being genuinely unapologetically yourself, blah, 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 and inviting her into your orbit. Question, do you act nicer around women you are attracted to? Leave a comment. All right, let's look at part 2, the green flags, what quality women actually need. Okay, so now that we have covered the cold, hard truths, let's talk about the good stuff. Yes, there are still amazing women out there. They are loyal, feminine, emotionally mature women who want to support a strong man and build a life together. They are not extinct. They are just not living loud all over social media. And by the way, strong isn't just about how much you can bench or how chiseled your jawline is. That stuff can help, of course. But what really matters to a quality woman, a keeper, is your inner strength, your emotional backbone, your ability to stay grounded when life gets chaotic, which it always does, your calm leadership when she's feeling overwhelmed, the way you protect, provide, not just with money, but with presence, purpose, and emotional stability. Strength to a good woman means she can lean on you when she's feeling overwhelmed by life and not feel like she's a burden to you. Now, here's the thing. Most of what you see online paints the worst picture of women. Why? Because negativity sells. Your survival brain is wired to pay attention to danger. So when you see clips of gold diggers and narcissists and man bashers or social media with zero shame, you click. We all do. It's a defense mechanism. Just natural. Now, here's another uncomfortable truth. If you have chosen poorly in the past, if you have played the nice guy, hoping she would appreciate your loyalty, chances are you accidentally trained the wrong woman how to treat you. You showed her what you would tolerate. You taught her what you would settle for. That doesn't mean you deserved it. It does mean it's time to wise up. You have got to know what to look for in a good woman and, more importantly, what to stop chasing. Key point, hot does not equal high value. All right, let's look at some green flags. Finally, 1, she brings peace, not chaos. A woman who constantly stirs the pot, thrives on drama, or keeps you guessing with mixed signals, that's a red flag, my friend. But a woman who's emotionally stable, communicates directly, and doesn't weaponize her feelings, yes, that is rare air right there. Try saying that 3 times fast. So green flag women don't want you to fix their childhood. They want a romantic partner, not a therapist. And if she's done the work, you will feel it because your nervous system will stop screaming, "Run, Forrest, run." A recent Pew Research study found that 61% of single men say emotional stability is their top priority in a long-term romantic partner. Now, that is not surprising at all. Emotional chaos drains you. Emotional maturity builds you up. Now, of course, that kind of woman is looking for an emotionally mature man as well. So make sure you are that man for her. Emotional maturity is in your best interest, regardless of any woman anyway. Remember, give each other grace. You are doing the best you can with what you know right now. Know better, do better, but also know when to walk away. Number 2, she admires you and says it. Men thrive on respect and appreciation, not empty praise, but genuine gratitude for who you are and what you bring to the table. A good woman doesn't just expect your leadership, she trusts it. She respects your values, your mission, and the way you handle life. And she isn't afraid to say, "I admire how you handle that." Or, "You know what? You make me feel safe," which is one of the highest compliments you can get from any woman. That kind of affirmation is fuel. It's the subtle kind of support that makes a man feel 10 feet tall and makes his woman want to climb him like a tree. And here's the kicker. She wants to support you, not out of obligation, but because she sees something worth backing in you. Again, if you're not sure how to be that guy, stick with me for the solution. Number 3, she shows up consistently. No hot and cold, no flaky texts, no disappearing for 3 days and blaming Mercury retrograde. Green flag women show up emotionally, physically, energetically. They respond to texts, they follow through, they ask about your life, and they don't breadcrumb you to keep you on the hook while they secretly or not so secretly explore other options. Question: what other green flags are important to you? Comment. Let's look at part 3, why smart men aren't giving up on love. So some corners of the manosphere are full of defeatist energy saying all women are undateable. Get a dog, which is kind of funny because they also say enjoy your cats, ladies. Okay, how attractive is a woman who is openly bitter toward men and says all men are undateable? Exactly. Bitterness toward the opposite sex isn't attractive in anyone. Key point: if you choose to embrace bitterness against the opposite sex, you will never win in love. Now, if you're not looking for love, that's okay. If you're lonely, get a dog. Here's another truth. Just rent one doesn't cut it for men looking for love. Here's what the data says. A 2023 poll showed that 54% of single men still want a long-term monogamous relationship. And a Stanford study found that people in long-term relationships experience better health, lower stress, and longer lifespans, despite the fact that women will nag men to death. Yes, that is a Wingmam joke for you. I think I said it somewhere else. The fact is, most of you weren't meant to be alone forever. You were designed for connection. It's in your biology and arguably in your spirit. In my fluffy. Even the Bible says it's not good for a man to be alone. Regardless of the Bible, if you don't believe in that, men are not meant to isolate. You are meant to lead, to love, and to grow alongside a woman who brings out your best. Your perfectly imperfect unicorn does exist. Question: if you knew for sure you would find the right lady, would you be willing to get a little bit out of your comfort zone? Yes or no? Drop a comment. Okay, what are we at? Part 4. The strategy, finding her in the wild. Okay, so how do you find a green flag queen in the age of swipe left culture and ghosting galore? 1, go where green flag women go. No, not Whole Foods and yoga classes. Think about where emotionally intelligent, purpose-driven women with integrity invest their time. Places like volunteering events or church or faith-based group, personal development workshops. At least they're trying. Maybe dog parks or cat cafes, bookstores or libraries. Yes, they do still exist. Real world community events, not bars, not clubs. Key point. Quality women are living real lives, not chasing likes online. You might want to watch my video, 33 places to find women in the real world. 2, stop trying to attract everyone. Start repelling the wrong ones. Key point, you don't need more matches. You need better filters. When your standards are clear, your communication is direct, and your vibe is unapologetically masculine, something magical happens. The wrong women disappear and the right ones lean in. And you only need one, the right one for you. Think of it like your own irresistible cologne. When you wear the right mindset, emotionally healthy women will catch a whiff and think, that smells like long-term love. Okay, cheesy coach. Number 3, master real world conversation. Okay, this is where most guys get stuck. You can write witty text messages and swipe like a pro, but when it comes to approaching a woman in real life, a lot of men get serious brain fog. Now that's exactly why my team does one-on-one coaching with men just like you, to help you get past approach anxiety, to learn exactly what you need to say, and actually, crazy as it sounds, to actually enjoy talking to real women in the real world. Now, whether your goal is long-term relationship, dating practice, or not being a deer in the headlights when a hot chick walks by, my guys got your back. You don't need more theory, you need more reps. My coach can get you there. And if you don't feel like you qualify for the kind of woman you want yet, start with my self-study Wake Up to Love program. It will walk you through exactly what you need to do to become that man and break free from the sneaky limiting beliefs that might be holding you back. The best part is, if it's not for you, it's 100% refundable. But fair warning, it is not for everyone. There is real work, real homework, and some of it is going to be outside your comfort zone. But it won't work if you don't do the work. So I'll put a QR code for both of those options at the end after I reveal the final truth. And by the way, if you have found value in this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And thank you if you have. Okay, let's look at part 5, final truth. And it's a different kind of love story. So let me leave you with this. Maybe you have been there. Maybe you have read the blogs, watched the videos, and started to believe that real connection just isn't worth the pain, that love is a trap, that women or people in general can't be trusted. Maybe you've said the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Maybe that red pill bitterness felt like clarity in a comfort zone. But deep down, is that really what you want? If you've made it this far, probably not. Because I'll tell you this final critical truth. Many men, just like you, have hit that wall. They felt the loneliness underneath the surface. They have wanted more than just validation, more than another hit of dopamine. They've wanted a real love connection that actually means something. That's what green flag love is. It doesn't spike your cortisol or play on your insecurities. It just feels like home, maybe a kind of home you've never had. Some men have taken that leap. They got help, did the uncomfortable work, healing emotional wounds, reconnecting maybe with faith or purpose, something bigger than themselves, and quietly something shifted in them. They met someone, not a fantasy, not perfection, but a grown-up, honest, calm kind of love, the kind that feels peaceful, not chaotic, real, not idealized. So maybe your love story isn't quite so out of reach. Maybe it is your story, just waiting on the other side of your comfort zone. Now, if you are done with surface level noise and ready to build something solid that feels like peace, not pressure, scan the QR codes, watch the testimonials, buy the program, or book a free call, because life begins outside your comfort zone. The world needs smart men like you who know the truth, have done the work, and are ready for green flag love. I believe in you. I'm sending you so much love and courage. You got this. God bless.